Hello guys, welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about altcoins, we're going to talk about Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Link, Zilliqa. We're going to talk about XLM, Wi-Fi, and all of that good stuff. All right, so market is basically looking very red, but it's not end of the world. Most likely alt are going to find some support at some point, right? But if you've been watching our analysis over the last few days, we basically give you guys some great details regarding how we're going to be capitulating 10 to 15%, not a capitulation, but a 10 to 15% drop, and we basically hitting all our targets. All right, so been bearish over the last few days on alt, right? So they're looking pretty juicy on the downside, but we could find some support over the next few days and so on, right? If the drop is not is not crazy. Because BTC, we're gonna start off with BTC, right? So if you're new to our content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our public Telegram group, link in the description. So if you want to enjoy these juicy drops, right, before before they start dropping, so make sure to join our premium group so you can get these targets, right? So now let's take a look at a BTC. All right, so when you take a look at BTC, it is not looking bad so far. All right, so what I'm looking for BTC to break this trend line support area, which is just about like 13.3 to 13.4 area on a 8-hour basis. If we do not break it on a 8-hour basis, it might not be that bearish. Okay, so let's say right now we just broke it, but we pump back up. That's not a good sign. You see, like this morning we broke it down. I mean, we broke it, okay, to the downside, and I did not basically try to enter a short right there, because we enter in our premium group, we took a scalp right there. I had a scalp signal from like a 10,680 all the way down to 10,380, right? But did not try to stay in because I wasn't comfortable, because the candle did not try to close below the below the trend line on the 8-hour basis. And you can see like we pumped back up to the support area. It was acting as a resistance, and we dumped back down here. So what do we need to see over the next few hours, few days? So you got to be able to see if BTC is going to be able to break the 8-hour 21 EMA, which is right there, and break the trend line. Okay, excuse me, I meant to say close on an 8-hour basis below the 21 EMA, okay, on the 8-hour candle. So that's what we're about to do right now. But it'll be great, right? It'll be a plus if we can close on an 8-hour basis below this trend line. So it all depends how you want to draw it. If you want to cheat to yourself, you can draw it like that, right? That'll be cheating, but still it might work for you. All right, so it all depends. A very conservative trader might draw it like that, right? So it all depends of what type of trader you are, right? So, but to be very conservative, you could just wait till we break the close below the trend line on at least 6-hour basis, and then you can take the short, right? But me, right, I'm looking for my 8-hour basis, right? 8-hour 21 EMA. If BTC closes below it, this candle gonna close like in 4 hours. Okay, so it means the next 4-hour candle going to be crucial, right? What are we gonna see? I don't know, right? But if the bulls, okay, give up, right, and let the price stay between this range, that might be very bearish, and could give the bulls more confidence to basically drop the price to the downside, right? So now let's take a look at it in a different angle, right? So if you take a look at BTC, right, if you take a look at BTC on a in a different angle, you can see like we're moving in a parallel channel, right? The two red lines right there and right there, right? This line right there and that line right there. So we got a parallel channel. That's why I'm saying like we just have to be very cautious how you draw your line, right? Because we still might drop down to like 10,250, right? But might not even break it and pump back up to like a 14 to 14.4. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter whether you're bullish or bearish. All you have to do is just be cautious and see, if you're gonna get further confirmation if we drop below like a 10.4. So let's see. Okay, we got the 4-hour candle gonna gonna close in like 20 minutes or so on. So we're gonna see what we're gonna get. So we're gonna be still doing live analysis and all of that good stuff. So so let me check the chat room and see what you guys doing. Oh my god. All right. K4 Liberty in the house, Iceman in the house, Cheese Wheel in the house. So we got a lot of people in the house, right? So Famin in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I wasn't reading the chat room. I just wanted to get my thought process before I basically take a look at the chat room, because it is quite important. I'm a macro bearish, you guys know that, right? But this range is so dedicated for the bulls. So, we just have to be very, very cautious. If you're bullish, that's great. You don't have to panic. All you have to do is just buy the dip. All right. If we drop down to like a 12.7, 12.5, that's a bull territory, right? So that's a take profit range for the bears, right? Unless we capitulate all the way down. So something like you gotta keep in mind, this entire range, especially above the 8-hour 21 EMA, it is a bull territory. We're gonna talk about the 2-day chart, the 3-day chart, and all of that good stuff, right? They favoring the bulls, right? But momentum could shift over the next few days and so on. But right now we don't have any shift in momentum. Even though we're dropping, it is not a shift in momentum. It's just sideways correction. As you can see last time right there, when we dropped right there, I wasn't trying to be that bearish, okay? And you can see that we pump back up and all that good stuff. So keep that in mind. So if you're still bullish, no need to panic. Buy the dip, right? Not financial advice, right? But buy the dip and basically just wait, right? If you're bearish, just wait for the 8-hour candle to close below 13.4. I keep saying 10.4, 13.4, and then basically, you enjoy the ride, right? I'm bearish. I'm basically just shorting alt, right? Alt are pretty juicy. I already told my premium group all the targets they needed to know, right? Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, you name it, okay? Zilliker, right? XLM, Ether, Link, right? Link, we had a nice setup. I gave you Link setup. Both of you guys, like the premium and public, you guys knew what to look for Link. So Link is capitulating down, okay? So let's see how it goes, right? So now let's take a look at the 2-day chart, right? And also compound, right? Compound hit my stop loss, but hit my target at the same time. So so I had a stop loss. We shorted like 91, 92, had a stop loss 95.8, right? It pumped to 95.8 and dumped down to 81, which was my target, but it's okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at the higher time frame. So can do this. All right. So let's take a look at the higher time frame. The 3-day chart, like I say, it's not that bad. All right. So the only way we could see something very bad is like if the current 3-day chart, right? It has like we got like over nearly 48 hours to go, right? So if the current 3-day candle closes below like a 13K, that's going to be really bad. Okay, that's going to be really bad for the bulls. So if you're bullish, keep an eye on the price closing below 12.8 and so on. Yes, you want to buy the dip and so on, right? But if we close this like below this range, you want to buy the dip, but you want to make sure price pump back up, and doesn't stay below like a 13K that long, right? So that's the next thing we got to keep in mind over the next few days and so on. Just like the dip we got right there, right? Price pumped back up but got rejected, and then as soon as we got rejected, what happened next, right? We dumped. But it might not played out like that, so do not basically expect it at 100%, right? So keep that in mind. So 2-day chart still bullish, right? 3-day. So the 2-day chart, it is okay, low volume. We got like 20 hours to go. Big candle, so the bulls might save the rest of the 24 hours because the candle is already big. Volume not that incredible, right? We just got like the same volume we got yesterday, right? So, and we got 24 hours to go. So let's see if we're gonna get the same volume again. It means we could double the candle body, right? And if we double the candle body, right, we could be dipping down here, right, which is like 12, you know, just about 13K. However, if we got equal volume and the volume is a buying pressure, it means like price gonna reverse back up. So if you're a bear, we just put a stop loss, right, just about like 13.8 or so on, right? Because if we're gonna get the same equal amount of volume, once again, we're gonna get a big move, okay, on either direction. But I'm bearish on alt anyway, so I'm not taking any BTC positions, so just alt positions, right? So, and stop loss in green anyway, right? So keep that in mind, guys. So we're gonna take a look at the macro scale. Hey, what's up, Craig? Ether $100 is still possible. We're gonna talk about Ether, man. All of that's still possible, man. Do not basically slip on the bears, right? So, but Ether, we need to break at least, you know, 330 to start talking about that, you know, start to talk about like $100 and all of that good stuff, right? So macro scale, let's take a look at the weekly time frame, because weekly is very important. As you can see, like, even though we drop in weekly, you know, it's not, you should not be panicking. You know, if you're a bull, you really should not be panicking, right? So the weekly is not that bad. You know, on the weekly basis, your 21 EMA just about 11.2. You can see like on top of the screen, right? Just about 11.2, the yellow line. As you can see, we haven't basically broke it on the 7-day basis, right? So on the 7 days basis, we haven't broke it. That's why we bought the dip right there at 10K, right? Remember when everybody was looking for 96, Sun Crypto is a bear, but I wasn't looking for 96. Most people are scared to long it at 96 because they thought like, what? BTC gonna wick down to 96. So I said just, you know, long it and put a stop loss 94, and then we're gonna basically suck it up and take it to 11, right? So that's what we did. So what I'm looking for, this area of, you know, support area / resistance, which is like 11.9 to 12.1, right? Just about that, right? 12.1. So 11.9 to 12.1 going to be a primary support if you like to trade the weekly basis, right? But you shouldn't have to worry too much because we had a nice big green candle, right? So the only way we can drop back down is like it has to be a reversal, and you have to suck it up. You cannot basically put a stop loss too tight if you play in the weekly time frame, right? So just suck it up and buy the dip, right? If you're bullish, right? So, but one thing also, guys, we got to keep in mind, we only like 2 days or 1 day or something like that, right? 24, 48 hours into the weekly candle. But look at the volume we got right here, guys. Look at the volume. It's pretty incredible. It is pretty big for a 48-hour volume. Look at the 7-day candle we got last time, the volume. We already got like 80% of last week volume in only 2 days. So it is telling me something big is about hot, right? It is telling me. So since I'm a bear and alt are pretty much very bearish, I would assume like we're going to be dropping, right? So, and could possibly find support. So the bears on the weekly basis could be smiling as of now, right? But the bull's going to be like, whoa, you know, look at it, man. That's a big candle right there. But as a bear, I'm basically paying attention to this, right? And I'm going to keep shorting alt until we basically, you know, get a great setup for BTC, and we could basically look to a short BTC, right? So keep that in mind. So now let's take a look at the higher time frame. So you take a look at basically the 21-day candle. Most people don't talk about it. Only Sun Crypto talks about the 21-day candle. As you can see, the 21-day candle, it is going to close on the knife, right? So it is quite important. We do not want to close below this, you know, pink purple line, right? So this line, we don't want to close below it, just about like 12. That's going to be bad by the knife, right? So we're going to get a shooting star just like what we had back in like 2019 on the weekly basis, right? Something like this. So we're going to have something like that if we close below 12K by the knife, right? So keep that in mind. So make a note, by the knife, if you close below 12K, you got to basically pack your bags and become, you know, a bear, because no matter how high we go back up, it might just be another reversal just like this, a temporary reversal, right? Just like that. It might just be, you know, a pullback to 0.786, 0.618, but you're going to see it on the, you know, 21-day candle. So I'm keeping an eye on that I'm keeping an eye on that, you know, possibility, right? So very, very important, right? So the good news for the bulls is like, if you macro bull, okay, you should not even be looking at the chart right now, right? All you have to do, regardless of what we do, okay, regardless how deep we drop, if you're a macro bull, all you have to do is just buy the dip. Don't worry about like weekly, 2-day, 8-hour, and all of that good stuff, right? Don't worry. Just buy the dip, not financial advice, right? And take it to 20K if you're bull, okay? Because the 50-day candle, like I said, that's the first 50-day candle closing above 10.5 since like 2017, right? So that's pretty impressive, right? So let's say I'm a bear, you guys know that, right? Regardless, okay? So, but let's say you're a bull and you're debating, oh, should I sell, should I buy, and all of that good stuff. You shouldn't worry, okay? You shouldn't worry till we break like 10K. Then you're gonna be like, man, look, I'm a macro bull, but the 50-day candle, we know it is the most volatile candle. The last 50 days of every year is the most volatile candle, and we already closed below 10K. It means I gotta start selling. Right? So keep that in mind. But you should not be worrying like right now about this like a 200 points, 300 points drop, right? So very, very important, right? So monthly time frame, not much we can say. Once again, we just don't want to close below 10.5 on the monthly time frame. It'll create like a very, very strong bearish reversal pattern, which is very, very bad, right? Quarterly time frame still bullish. We got like over 45 more days to go, 60 days, right? Nearly 60 days to go. So yeah, pretty bullish, okay, pretty bullish. So the quarterly chart still bullish, so do not worry too much if you like trade the macro from like a 50-day candle all the way up to the quarterly is bullish. As long as we stay above 10K, market is, BTC is basically as of now unstoppable until we basically break it on a lower degree, try to break the 8-hour, break the daily 21 EMA, break the weekly 21 EMA, and then we're gonna start talking about macro reversal all the way down to some crazy numbers. Dump into 12.8. Be careful what you wish for, because I said it like last year, 2019, when I was looking for 12.2, right? Some of you guys been watching me long enough to know like that Sunday closing basis. I was looking for 12.2, right? But I was like, guys, even though I'm looking for 12.2, we got to be able to get it as soon as possible, because we don't want to basically close below 12.2, right? We don't want to basically close right there, okay? Let's see, weekly basis. Yeah, somewhere around here. So we were about to get a very bearish candle. So I was like, even though we want basically BTC to drop down to like a 10.2, we just don't want it to basically close below 10.2. Okay, it was right there exactly. Okay, so that's what we said, right? And you can see like we dropped down right here to 10.2, but we could not basically pump back up to like 10.8 and so on. So we said we're gonna drop down right here, but we want to make sure we basically pump back up as soon as possible. But we could not basically pump like a break like a 10.7 and all of that good stuff, right? So everything started to dump afterward. We started to make like some low highs and all of that good stuff, right? So keep that in mind, right? Hey, what's up, Ty Dog? How's your trade? How's your setup, man? Sats doesn't want to tell me like if we're gonna be dumping or not. So let's see. All you can do is pack your bags. It's dumping to 12K. Let's see. So I'm waiting for the 8-hour candle to turn bearish, really to be extremely bearish on BTC. But alt, like let's go ahead and take a look at alt, because we don't need to take a position on BTC. Alt are pretty juicy, right, for a position, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum, right? I'm pretty sure Kiwi is killing Ethereum right now. So so Ethereum, let's take a look at on a 6-hour basis, right? In our premium, that's what we said, right? Not even in our premium, but public Telegram group, right? You know, on our previous live stream, we said, guys, this red line, right? Ethereum could create, the bulls gonna create some panics, right? And we could see a possible 3-way move pullback like this. I said it clearly, guys, and I was like, put a stop loss above 411 to 413, right? Because if we break it, I'm gonna flip bullish, right? And I'm gonna be looking for like above 460 and all of that good stuff. But as of now, I'm gonna stay bearish, right, until we get further confirmation. Guess what? We never got a great confirmation for a bull run up to like a 500. So we stay bullish, we stay bearish. The bulls gave up. Now we're looking for this first target, 366, 360 range, and we got the second box right there. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, sometimes you can find like some easy like setup, but some setups are pretty difficult to basically play, right? Kind of like Theta, right? We're gonna talk about Theta. Very difficult setup, right? And Zilliqa also, but they're gonna be moving very soon. So Ether, you know, that's what you need to be looking for, right? So let's take a look at Ether. Yep, the trend line, if you draw it like that, right, we have support right now, right? But let's take a look at Ether on the macro scale. So if you're basically looking for Ether macro scale structure, the only thing you need to look for is like Ether to break this, you know, purple line, just about like a 350. And you know, 370, 350 is basically a historical price for Ether since like 2017, right? If you've been trading Ether, very important key area. So if we break it right there, you could start turning bearish, okay, on the macro scale. Even if we're going to be making a 3-way move, a possible 3-way move, and a further pump to the upside, I'm not going to bet on that, right? I'm just going to bet for a possible further, move to the downside. So I do not want to see Ether breaking 350, 330, and all of that good stuff. Because I showed you guys previously right there, okay, right there. Whenever we crossed it, we turned bullish or bearish, okay. Right there, you know, early January, right, we turned bullish. I was bearish, we were shorting it somewhere like 171, you know, and put a stop loss 181, stuff like that, right? The sucker pump, we flipped. That's it, right? Right there also we flipped, right? Right here we flipped all the way there, right? And right here we were shorting, right? A pump we flipped, right? So that's why we basically, we flipped all the way up to like 350 and so on. So if we break it macro scale, you know, you gotta pack your bags, man, and we could be going down the drain, right? So now let's take a look at gold before we take a look at the other good stuff, right? So gold, we're gonna take a look at it on the lower degree. We were looking for like 1853, right? It dipped down to like 1859. Okay, good enough. Now we're creating another wedge pattern, right there. Okay, it could be a wedge pattern or it could be a 3-way move. It could drop right here, pump back right there, and then drop right here and correct again. But as of now, we just take what we got, right, which is a wedge pattern, and then we're looking for at least a retest of 1859. Okay, that's what we're looking for gold. Okay, another possible scenario is like it goes back up and retest the trend line just about like a 1918, right, and so on, and then, you know, drop all the way down. If we pump right there, we might not need to make a bigger correction, right? It might just be a bigger wedge pattern, and then we go on, right? Go down the drain, right? So keep that in mind. Gold is actually, you know, still correcting. I'm not saying we're going to go to 1,000 and all of that good stuff. It is just a short-term analysis. I gave you the short-term analysis when we were moving in this triangular formation. Bang, okay? Bang, down, bang, 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 right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So now let's move on and take a look at, I'm actually shorting Kava, right? So let's Let's take a look at Kava. So Kava, I showed you Kava a long time ago when Kava was right there, and I was like target 140, and we got second target. I got a second target at 121, right? But let's see if we're gonna break. I took the short right there, just about 155 when the market started dropping. I did not send it to the group because everything was dropping, and some people are gonna be FOMOing, right? Because we had like so many targets like Bitcoin Cash. I just sent it this morning, and you know it capitulated down, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So now let's take a look at stuff in a. Let's go ahead and take a look at Link, which is our next setup. So Link, I gave you Link setup like a few days back, a few days ago, right? Link, Litecoin, and all of that good stuff, right? So Link, I told you guys, look for a long right there, just about 10.5, 10.6, right? It pumped to 10.6, right? And start dumping. So, and I was like, okay, if we basically do not get another 8-hour engulfing candle right there, we just have to flip short right there, just about 10.5 and so on. It broke this key area, that's a short level, just flip short and take it to the downside. We got a target at 8.575. So Link was a fun setup. It was very volatile both ways, right? Pumping, dumping, and all of that good stuff. So you got to figure out how to basically manage your position. That's why it's never good to basically do high leverage, because let's say you long it at 10.5, 10.6, right? Was kind of aggressive, right? But you're doing like a 10, 20, 50x and all of that good stuff. You're not going to be able to afford to put your stop loss like 10.7, 10.5. You see what I'm saying? So actually 11.5, 11.5, 11.6, right? You're not going to be able to put your stop loss at 10.5, 10.7 and so on. You're not going to be able to flip short, right? So you're not going to be making any profits. You're just going to get stopped out and you're going to be out of the game, right? So avoid those high leverage with these 20% targets. So, but let's see, okay, we got a support area just about like this range of 9 point something, right? 9.9 below 10K, right? So yes, and even if you shorted the breakout right there, the first big candle closing below the yellow line, you already 10% in. Okay, you're already 10% in, right? So you just have to put a stop loss. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Zilliqa next. So Zilliqa is starting to look juicy, right? Very juicy, right? So, but it is double bottoming. This sucker could do this, something like this, right? So you still have to leave a stop loss at 1950. I know it is kind of tough, but if you short it anywhere around like 18, right, to 18 to low 18 and all of that good stuff, you got to be able to still have your stop loss that range, just in case we get a fake out flat correction. What's going on, it is still going to dump down, right? So anticipate, not saying it will. In order to avoid it, we got to basically dump much harder, okay, just to avoid like a strong pushback. But it is still bearish, okay? It is a descending triangular formation. We are looking for a fake out above like 1950, 1980 to take the long, but it's not happening so far. So we just stay with the bearish setup. It broke like 17.9. We basically took it and basically just stand with it right now, okay? Temporary support just about like 15, right? And from current price to 15, you're looking at it, it is a good 10%, right? So it is a very juicy move, and we're looking for a 25% drop from entry, to exit, a 25% drop, guys, 25% drop. So, and right there, you can see 1-to-1 extension, gonna take you right there. So I don't think it is gonna be a straight line. We're gonna do this, right? I think we could possibly do this, get correction right here, and then dump right. So be cautious once we hit like 15, 14, and so on. If you even want to close like your entire position, right, and wait for the correction, just like Kava, right? Storage. You remember we shorted storage like 36, right? 36 cents. We were looking for basically 29 to 31, but we just hit like 29. So it took like almost 5-7 days to hit like 20 to get like 20%, which is pretty good, right? But if you did not understand what's going on with storage, you might be basically panicking because storage was correcting, Kava was correcting, NEO was correcting yesterday, okay? SNX was correcting. We talked about SNX before the breakout to the downside. We said SNX was, I'm going to show you SNX, but we said SNX was in a descending triangle just like BTC back in 2018 before the breakout below, 6K all the way down to 3K. We said if we break the descending triangle, we're not going to drop 10%. The drop could be 50%, okay, so, and it already dropped like over 20%. So let's see how it goes, right? So next one we're going to talk about, it is going to be Monero. So let's not talk about XLM yet. Okay, let's talk about Monero. If BTC falls below 13K, oh boys, oh my gosh, OMG network. We're gonna talk about OMG. So one thing we talked about, just about like less than 24 hours ago, we said Monero, do not try to enter too early, but we got Ty Dog love to short Monero. So I was like, be careful, man. You can short it at 127, but this sucker can find a support and do something like this before dropping, because my target is 88 to 96, but I'm not really like looking to enter too early, right? For Monero. So it is breaking like 118, so it is a good area. We just need a bigger breakout to start like trading below 115, and it could move very fast. But right now we broke the support area, looking to close below it on the 8-hour basis. That's a good sign. So just if you bearish, make sure to put your stop loss above like 129, 128, just in case we get this move just like Ethereum. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? But Monero next target to the downside, if we cleanly break this support area, going to be like 98, actually 96 to 88 range, right? So let's move on to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash, I talk about it on my, I don't trade Bitcoin Cash much, maybe like, I would say like once a quarter, right? So last time I traded Bitcoin Cash was this pump, like as soon as we pump above the weekly 21 EMA right there. That's the last time I basically traded Bitcoin Cash, right? But this morning, I know I talk about Bitcoin Cash a lot in my public Telegram group, but I still don't trade, right? But this morning I saw Bitcoin Cash looking very shaky. So I talk about it in my premium update, and I was like, guys, Bitcoin Cash is looking very shaky. It is moving in a descending triangular formation inside the parallel channel. So if we break like 251, 252, strike. Okay, so we strike down from 251 to 252, target 224 to 208. So we already got a clean, okay, a clean, beautiful 8% drop. Okay, so but it pumped back up, we 5% in, but it is pretty bearish. Okay, it most likely going to be correcting. If you take a look at on the low degree, we might do something like that, right? Like some sort of flat correction. So I expect like sideways correction from it. Not saying we're gonna get it, right? But expect it. But the bull case for the Monero was like, if we break like 275, which was which is basically 275, which is like 0.618, we're gonna flip bull. Okay, we're gonna be bullish and we're gonna take it all the way up to 315. But the bearish case played out. We took it. We didn't try to basically fall in love with Monero and all of that good stuff. Just strike down and take it to the downside, right? So now let's take a look at Ethereum Classic, right? Ethereum Classic, I gave it like yesterday also, right? Ethereum Classic, beautiful setup, guys. Right there. Okay, I didn't even say anything. I just said, guys, didn't give any like bullish setup. All I said, we're gonna strike down 51, 52, and then we're gonna take it down mid 4K, not mid 4K, mid $4. Okay, 4.5 and so on. We're still looking good, right? If you enter that 52, you're looking at 10% drop. What I mean 52, 5.2, right? We're looking at like 10% drop already, and we're looking for like all the way down to this range. So usually my target is like, my targets are like 8 to 12, right? But this one I just wanted to be greedy, but it is good enough right now to take profit and look for another setup, right? So looking very good, right? Looking very good, looking very juicy. Looking very juicy. So NEO is also correcting. As you can see, like a NEO, I told you something very, very important when NEO was making a flat correction right there. Okay, I was like, if we break this support line, do not go by the do not try to buy the vertical line right there, not vertical but the horizontal line, right? Do not try to buy the dip right there. Just, you know, if it breaks it, right, try to pump back up. It is going to be a short opportunity. Don't try to basically be a bull and fall in love with NEO, all of that good stuff. Strike it down and then take it to the downside. So now we got a three-way move, just like Kava. So I had an opportunity to short NEO and Kava. I just decided to short Kava, right? So Kava, NEO is dumping too. So, but one thing you got to keep in mind also, we got a three-way move, a dump. Look for, we could get this move also back up to like 15.5. So if you're a bear, you got to be able to put your stop loss above like 16.5 just to stay clear, out of the way, be out of the way, so you're not going to be, you know, getting stopped out, right? Just like I did on Compound, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Compound. What happened? My stop loss got hit and I was like, this sucker. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the chat room later on, guys. I just want to basically get this this sucker. You know what happened, right there. Okay, so what happened is I saw the, you know guys, I love flat correction, right? Whenever I see a very impulse move down, right, like this, right, after that market gonna give us, let's say the impulse move is like this, right? That's the impulse move, right? And the correction going to be, let me put it in red, right? So we get a correction like that, right? So once we get a correction like that, if price decides to basically reverse, right, and we start like dumping down like this, sometimes I wait till we break the support area to enter the short, but sometimes I enter too early, right? So on Kava, that's what happened, right? You see, we got the drop right there. We got the flat correction right there. So we started dropping just about like 91 to 92, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a bear right there, right? So I started shorting just about like 91, 92, right? And this sucker dumped down to like 89. And I went to sleep, was feeling very confident. Oh man, I'm gonna wake up juicy and all of that good stuff. I woke up, I saw this sucker like right there. So I was like, what's this? You know, this sucker just, because I had my stop loss just about, 95.8, right? So it dumped it down, and I was like, guys, it dumped it, right? But we're gonna be dropping down. Okay, we're gonna be dropping down, and you can see like we still hit our target. So we still hit our target. It did something like this and hit our target. So that's a play right there. It was a beautiful, beautiful setup, but I just entered too early. That's all it is, right? You can see like we broke the trend line and dropped a nice, beautiful 10%, right? And I was looking for myself. That's what I was looking for. So beautiful. Okay, beautiful. But you learn from these mistakes, right? Sometimes you be very, very confident about your trade setups, but you just know like market sometimes can do you wrong. So not sometimes, but all the time gonna be doing you wrong. So you just have to be careful, right? So yeah, thanks a lot, K for Liberty, man. Hit the likes, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the likes, man. I'm giving you like the best analysis in you. I'm pretty sure I'm giving you one of the best analysis. I'm not just giving you like trend lines, Elliott waves, moving average. I'm giving you the combo. I'm giving you everything, guys. I'm even giving you targets. I give my I share in my basically premium group, right? Most premium YouTubers don't do that, right? So, and I'm giving you targets like weeks, days ahead. It's not like something I'm giving you right now and then you're gonna be like, oh, I missed it. Okay, I'm giving you not financial advice, but I'm giving you like targets, like if it does this, do this. If it does that, do this, and all of that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BNB. So BNB, whoa, okay. So that's why I'm saying it is very important to understand like correction that's what I just tried to show you, right? BNB, we got this. I just didn't like the correction because we did not retest the low right there, so I wasn't comfortable, and I had like many trades set up. I was 60 to 80% confident about, so I just let the BNB go. But you can see like BNB just whipped down, so expect like another correction down here, right? So something like that, and we got a support area just about that level. So it's not time to be shorting right now if you did not short around like 28. Okay, not time to be shorting. Not saying it cannot drop, but most people are going to be panicking if it pump back up to like 27 and all of that good stuff, right? So most people are going to be panicking. Most people are going to be panicking. So let's take a look at Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was a very challenging setup also, but we nailed it. Okay, the most important is like we nailed it. So so as you can see, not Zilliqa, not you. So Wi-Fi, I call it Wi-Fi too, man. I don't even know this. And most of these alto guys, I don't even know their name. I just trade the setup, to be honest with you, right? So the other day I was trading like EGLD, something like that, right? And I didn't even know like EGLD was like Erlang, ERD. I was just trading it. It was bearish, I just shorted it. So because I don't care about like the asset. Once again, I just, you know, trade the pattern. So this sucker, we started trading it right there. Okay, it was a beautiful setup, guys, beautiful setup. So, you know, but I missed the short entry right there first, right? Because I was looking for like 1466. This sucker pumped to like 1455 and basically let us, you know, dip, you know, let us basically behind, right? So but it dipped right there, right? And I was like, guys, you know, I'm gonna take this one. I didn't even send the signal, I just took it because it was too late, like just by 1350, and put my stop loss above that range, and then basically woke up, you know, it, you know, took my profit level. So it did a nice three-way move pullback. So I was like, this sucker, a three-way move pullback, this one is very overextended. It dumped down. So I remember what happened when it first dumped right there, because I took a short, right? Took a short right there. When it dumped, it corrected on the lower degree on the 15 minutes. I took it, right? So this one did the same thing. It dumped on the hourly, correct in a three-way move like this. I took it right there. I didn't even wait for the you know 1243. Okay, I basically cheated again and basically entered too early right there and just put a stop loss right there, right? So and took it all the way down to basically 11, just about like right there, 1158, right? And I'm still in a position. I haven't even taken profits yet. Still in, right? So you look at it, that's a nice 10% move, right? Beautiful, beautiful, okay? Beautiful setup, right? So now let's take a look at XLM for finance, Yearn Finance. Ah, man, I know it's called Yearn Finance, but I don't care, man. As long as it dumps, man, that's the only thing that matters to me. Or it pumps. So XLM, I was just messing with you, but I knew it was called, it is called Yearn Finance, right? So XLM, you can take a look at it right there. We took a short for XLM, right? Just like Compound. It kind of kicked us out, and my target was right there, 74, and we were looking for this dip. It kicked us out. I think some of us stayed in, right? Kiwi, I think like Kiwi did stay in, but I didn't know if he got stopped out or not, right? But he was still in because he put his stop loss away. I was dumb enough, right, to put my stop loss like 2 points. So but this sucker was extremely bullish. I didn't want to take any chance, right? So it kicked me out, but guess what? It dipped all the way down to my targets, right? Right there. I was looking for 73 to 76, a 13% dump, right? Just like Compound, right? So this stuff I'm just showing you. I don't have to show you, right? But all I'm trying to show you is like market is not going to be is not going to basically work on your it's not going to be in your favor all the time, basically, right? You might be expecting something. It might take forever for you to get your targets. That's all I'm trying to tell you, right? Not like, you know, I got stopped out or all of that good stuff, because I get stopped out, right? Just like you guys do. Yeah, BCH looks very weak, man. I talked about it last time. Yeah, thanks a lot, Navanitan. info coming from Satoshi. Yeah, but sometimes you get a very challenging area to trade. Sometimes you try to force a trade, you're gonna be losing. Okay, you're gonna be losing. You're gonna be having a bad streak of a losing trade. So when you're forcing a trade, so I learned from that too. Now, not try to force a trade, right? Not try to force a trade. Not try to force a trade. So, but I'm expecting a pullback from alt. So by Wednesday or Thursday, we could possibly see a sideways correction or so, right? If we do not basically capitulate down, because whenever we get a big move, we have to correct. We cannot just keep dropping. All right, we cannot keep dropping forever unless it is a big capitulation, right? But if we get XLM dropping down to like 66, right now it's 73, we could see a sideways correction or even a wedge pattern, right? Just like this, right? Just like a wedge pattern right there, right? You could see something like this, right? So be cautious, right? If you're XLM bear, right? So let's take a look at VChain next. So VChain, I had a setup, just never send it because I saw the correction. That's what I just tried to show you, right, on XLM, right? So you can see like VChain drop pump, give us a three-way move. Now it is dumping down here. So it was a setup. I just never didn't have time to send it and all of that good stuff. So I just let it go because we had so many setups in our premium group. So did not want to basically include more setups and stuff. So we got 28 likes, 36 watching, total 2. So now let's take a look at total 2. Very important, because before the drop I was warning my people, right? And I was like, guys, let's like the total 2 is not that friendly right now. And after we're going to take a look at all these alt on alphabetical order. So I'm gonna go through some of these, So OMG. So I think you asked about OMG. So OMG is still dumping. So looking to retest support right there. So if you did not short the resistance, you don't want to short right now until we basically break like 2.7 and look forward to short again at 3.1. Okay, if you don't pump back up to 3.1, it is a bear territory for a possible reverse right there. So not a good time to be taking a position. Not saying it cannot whip down to 2.5, but all I'm saying is you might find something better than shorting it right now, right? So let's take a look at total 2. Man, RLC was also very juicy for us last week because we started shorting it, right there, just about 85, right? We did not even wait for it to hit like trend line support. I was anticipating it just like I was anticipating a compound, but this one works pretty well. So it dumped down here to our target, right there, and then now correcting, and I was like, guys, next target is going to be 67. Okay, either suck it up, put a stop loss, or just close your position and maybe look for another entry. Beautiful setup, guys, beautiful setup. Okay, you take a look at it, it is a 20% drop, 20% target drop, guys. So but you got to be able to be patient enough to wait for these targets, because we send it like what, 26, 27, right? It is like November 3rd almost, right? So 6-7 days. Right, just like storage. Okay, storage first target was like 29 to 31, and I was like, if you're patient enough, you can wait for 25, right? So but most people are not going to be patient enough to wait for a 20-30% drop. If it drops like 12%, they'll be like, man, I'm out. They'll be like, I'm out. But storage, we called it, right? 35.85 was my entry right there. Take profit 29 to 31. Second target, if you're patient enough, 25.82, right? So we talked about Tether. Tether, you know, most of you guys most likely going to be watching this one. If it breaks like 50, 57, 56, that could be a great entry. However, if it refuses to dump, that's the next target right there. Because if alt bottom and it doesn't drop right there, it doesn't drop from this area, it is going to pump with alt, right? For the next correction of altcoins, right? So when it pump right there, that's going to be the short opportunity to basically take it down here. So you got plenty of time, just like what we got right there. Okay, same setup. Same setup, right? The three-way move we got right there, you could get it somewhere around here. So, but wait for it to break like 57 at least, right? Before you basically try to, you know, kill this one, right? Link BTC. So let's move on to total 2 first, right? So total 2, that's what I said, right? Cleanly, right? Clearly and cleanly. If we break this key area, next support going to be like 120 billion. We got multiple supports. We're not going to drop like in one day. I don't think like we're going to drop down here unless we capitulate, right? But next support to the downside to pay attention to, it is going to be what, 120 billion. And what I said also is like, in order to get this move right to the downside, we're going to need like Link, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, DOT, BNB, all of them to capitulate, because those are big alt. You see what I'm saying? So in order to basically drop below this trend line, all of them gonna basically capitulate, right? So, but however, if we break above like this range of like 140 billion, right, we're gonna be looking for 150 to 159, which means like we're gonna be long in Ethereum up to like 500. You see what I'm saying? Because Ethereum going to be one of the biggest cap, right, market cap for alt. So it makes the total 2 move around. You see what I'm saying? So if Ethereum doesn't move a lot, regardless of how the other alt moving, most of the time the total 2 doesn't move. Most of the time the total, but if Ethereum moves with the lower cap alt, you can see like the total 2 moves a lot. So that's why I was very, very confident, right? If we break this key area, we're all going to be you know, looking very juicy towards the downside, right? So keep that in mind, right? So Link BTC, so Link BTC 72 to 65,000 going to be next support area. So we just broke support level for Link right there, right? So look for, you know, 72 to 65. So if BTC drops down to 10K, it means like Link dropping all the way down to like basically $7 to $6 range, right? But let's see if BTC going to drop down to 10K, right? Regardless of what BTC does, right? We got another possible 5% drop, right? Which means like if BTC stays at the same level, right, and Ethereum, I mean not Ethereum, but Link drop 5% versus BTC, it means like, you know, Link dropping 5% on the dollar, which means like Link could hit like 9.5, 9.6. So we might not hit our 7.8 target and stuff like that, right? But let's see, if BTC drop maybe 10%, right, Link gonna drop 15% and we're gonna hit our 8.5 target, right? So makes sense. So Litecoin right there, we broke like 53, breaking the 8-hour 100 EMA, not looking that juicy. Resistance right there. I told you if we break this key area of like 56, which is like the flat correction, we most likely going down. Okay, however, you know, we could also get we could get like a you know, a triple top, but we did not get a triple top, right? So, but I'm not trading Litecoin. I really don't care, right? So really, I don't, unless it is very, very juicy, because Litecoin doesn't move like 12%, you know, 13% and all of that good stuff, right? I try not to waste my time with it. So SNX was like one of our biggest call, this month, like over the last 30 days, right? Synthetic. Most people did not watch the descending triangle. I showed you guys. I was like, guys, this descending triangle, it is, you know, it is what the BTC descending triangle we got back in what 2018, guys. So that's why it is very, very good to remember patterns, because they're gonna come back, you know, hunt you if you do not remember them. You know that if we drop down, we're not gonna drop down like 10-15%, man. You know, we're gonna drop like 50%. So we got a long way to go. Okay, we could drop as low as, you know, 50% drop. So looking very juicy, all right? Looking very juicy. So ontology got another target right there, but I don't know if I'm gonna hit my 25 to a 30 cents target, but let's see. 0.618 is just about 38. Most likely we're gonna hit it within the next few hours. It is just a nice 5% drop, not bad, 5 to 6% drop, right? So let's see. All right, so if you're bullish on ontology, you know what to look for. Primary, you know, primary target, I would be buying like 30 to 25 right here, right? So small dump incoming. So let's take a look at BTC again. Oh, TRB. Okay, so let's take a look at TRB. I don't know what this sucker is, right? But I know it is pretty volatile. I just trade the chart, right? So we had a setup for it for Azaz, right? Hopefully he's still on it, right? So short below like what this trend line, which is like just about 24, and you can see like target was like 18 to 17, right? We just hit like 18. We breaking down and most likely gonna hit like $13. So alt still got a very you know, a very challenging time over the next few days, right? So Tron also moving in a descending triangle. I was waiting for it to break this descending triangle right there, just like Zilliker. But I was like, man, Tron is crazy. You're gonna short Tron and then it's gonna pump right back up. So I just passed, right? I was like, man, I passed on this one. I'm not gonna touch it, right? So I did not send this one, but we already dropped 10%, right? But it was pretty bearish after this rejection right there on a daily basis, right? Right there, it was pretty bearish afterward, right? So the last 2 days, pretty beautiful drop, right? So next area to look for if you bullish on Tron, that's your buy area, right? If you bearish, just let it go, don't touch it right now, right? Wait till we break below 21.22, just about 21.80, and then you can take it down to the next fib area, but do not short it right now. Do not buy it either. Okay, so you can see like next fib area going to be right there, just about like 1834, and 1834, if you short like from 22, you're looking at like a nice 15% drop. And if you're very aggressive, you just put your stop loss and wait for like a 14.15, which is like a great 30% drop. Okay, it can do it. Okay, don't say it's not gonna do it. It will, most likely. Yeah, they breaking structure, man. I was looking at alt to BTC pairing and I was amazed. I was like, man, gosh. All right, I was like, man, look at storage, man. So as not, you know, we hit target right there, right? Remember storage, we were bullish on storage, right? Back in June, like June 2019, right? 2018, right there. Okay, above 21 EMA on 3-day basis, we were very bullish on it, right? Storage, bang. So it was one of our top pick, February, right? And June also. So now it is going back down. So alt to BTC. Look at SXP dumping, beautiful descending triangle also, just like SNX, same descending triangular formation, breaking this support area. Man, something big is about to happen, man. Something big is about to happen. Something big. Tomo, somebody asked about Tomo last time, looking for target 44. So your Tomo play, your Tomo target still in play. Let's take a look at the link BTC next. We already talked about link BTC, so look for 95, I mean not 95, 72,000 to 65,000. So I like the Kusama trade, but I'm scared to enter this one just because I just don't like a when market dump, right, and give us this move. I don't like the type of three-way move and the drop right there. So because it can do, you know, it can give us another move like that, right? So I'm kind of skeptical about the I'm not saying it's not going to drop. It's just about stop loss. Because if I short right now, I have to put my stop loss like 16% away, which means like I'm just going to have to do it like 1x or like 2x, something like that, right? At the most. And if it dips down like to 27, I'm going to basically add more. Because I know it's going to follow the rest of the crypto. And I've got a target all the way down to like 17, all the way down to 16, right? So I got plenty of time to trade it. So I'm not going to rush it. So I'm just gonna watch it because my initial entry for this sucker was like 26, right? 20 below 20, short below 27, right? So it dropped down to 26 and then pump up to, you know, the resistance level, right? So now it is coming down. So I think I'm gonna get my 12 and 17 target later on. It is just a matter of time, right? But I got plenty of time, not in rush. I might take it like even next week, right? Just gonna watch it. So Uniswap also dumped down. I showed you we took a trade on Uniswap, right? So last week was one of our trade. Uniswap, SNX, RLC, they all basically hit our target. So and it is capitulating down. You can see after the flat correction we got right there, 1 2 3, right? This move 1 2 3, it is dumping. All right, so this setup is it is a very successful setup, but sometimes it can give you a very tough time. Okay, market drop heavily, the first pump, don't panic. Okay, the second pump, get out. Okay, the third pump, that's when you need to basically start shorting right there at resistance. Okay, and if you missed it, it dumped down in a very big engulfing candle, you enter the short right there and you put a stop loss right there. Can it hit it? Yes, just like compound, it did something like that, right? But we knew it's gonna drop down to 81 but those stuff gonna happen like maybe like once every 10 trades, right? So VeChain, still you can see like what I was just showing you, right? That's what you need to be paying attention to, the flat correction dump down, right? So Wave is pretty much holding very strong, one of the strongest alt right now, but we could possibly get a beautiful head and shoulder, very ugly one, but regardless, okay, you can call it a head and shoulder if you like it. If you don't like it, just call it a possible three-way move down, right? So Wave, look for a break below like $3. If we can break like $2.99, right, we could be looking for a retest of right there, just about like 2.7, and then basically 255 range, right? So we got plenty of time for Wave, so not in rush. Okay, it might be the next alt to dump. It might participate on the next alt to dump once it breaks $3. So plenty of time to take this trade, right? To take this trade. BTC below the 6 hour 21, but we got another 4-hour candle. So we got another 4-hour candle on the 8-hour basis. So we gotta close this one in 3 hours. If like we close it below it within the next 4 hours, that's when we're gonna basically looking for very also gonna be dumping much harder too. So yep, right now we got the 6 hour, basically dropping down. So this candle gonna close in an hour, right? So looks pretty good. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes, man. We got 45 watching. If you haven't basically subscribed and hit all notifications, make sure you do so, guys. We got 45 watching. So to help the channel grow, so make sure to basically share the streaming and all of that good stuff, so you can basically help out a little bit, right? So I love the Bitcoin Cash dump, man. Yes, I love the Bitcoin Cash dump. Even though it is not the biggest one, it just like the time we took it, right? I was just like adding to my position right there, just about 251, 252, and adding slowly as it pump and dump, right? I keep adding, right? So, but sometimes avoid like taking a big position at once, because market gonna feel it, and it, if you want to take, like, let's say you're shorting with one BTC or whatever, right? With Bitcoin Cash got a big volume, but if you're shorting with like a low volume alt, you cannot basically do that. Just have to basically add slowly, okay? Add like maybe $100 at a time, right? Let the market digest it, right? So the market not gonna feel it. But if you just dump like one BTC on a very low cap alt, you're just gonna basically, change everything. It might not even dump, right? So yeah. So IOTA, similar structure, looking for a possible double bottom right there, just about 22, right? Just like Algo, we got a setup for Algo, similar structure, 21.13. So, and we took the Algo trade as long as it brought the setup right there, just about 20.25, right? After the pullback, drop down lower, we took it right there and looking for 23. So all you have to do is just suck it up and put a stop loss 28, 29, and just be confident the trade gonna play out, right? And it is doing that exactly, guys. So we still got like another 5%, 6% drop, right? Okay, 7% drop. Oh, Bitcoin Cash gonna break the $71. It means like Ether gonna drop to a 150, 140 if that's the case. So you see, that's why you gotta wait. Don't be in rush with BTC. You can see like it is pumping back to 13.4. So if you're very bearish, you might be full moving, but you got plenty of time, man. You got plenty of time to basically short this sucker, right? Are you light already, Peter? Thanks a lot, Peter. Dakota link. We are doomed. No, not yet. We're not doomed yet, Jordan. Oh, you happy that Tether and Zil? Yeah, Tether. Yeah, Tether short is kind of. We said we gotta enter if we break 57, right? 56. So if you enter right now, you might be being very aggressive, right? But let's see how it goes, right? Because I'm looking for something to enter right now, so take profit and enter something new. So we just hit like 56, you see? Bang, bounce back up. Let's take a look at it on the lower degree. Yep, it's time to rock and roll, guys. So we just hit it, guys. 56, bounce back up. Let's take a look at 15 minutes. Yep, looks great. Looks great. You can see, right? We hit 56, but we said it's gonna bounce back up, right? So any bounce right now, it is going to be a short opportunity with a stop loss. Just bring the stop loss down 60 now, right? With the stop loss down 60. So you're not gonna give it like any chance to basically take your money. Yes, it's gonna be 5%, right? But you're looking for a 20% move, right? So great catch, tie dog. Let's go back to Zilliqa. You're still in Zilliqa. I'm still in Zilliqa, so you see 15 minutes is just correcting. 30 minutes, not so bad. Already broke this support area, right? So let's see if we can get the 15. I'm just gonna stay in, right? Not gonna do anything. Tired of. I don't want to be like tie dog, taking profits too early. Oh, Loom is doom. No, not time for Loom is doom for now. So not time for alt. It's not alt season yet. So oh man, I'm typing doom, not doom, Loom. So I think Loom is 120 and so on, right? 115 now, right? So I don't have any alt BTC target so far, right? But it is hitting like all my support / resistance area. Next one to look for is like 89. So I wouldn't even mess with it right now unless you're buying for the long term. But just wait, right? Don't buy now. Don't dollar cost average too early. Yes, dollar cost averaging is good, but I just don't know. You don't know how low it's gonna drop as of now. Because most alt they break in support, they can drop another basically 60%, 50%. You just don't know how high BTC gonna go, right? Because if BTC goes to 20k, Loom might be dropping lower, so you might stay with BTC, right? If you trust BTC gonna break like 15 and all of that good stuff, stay in BTC. Not time to stay in alt. So just like ADA, we got a target had a target at 800, but it is not time to be dollar cost averaging. It is not, absolutely no time. This sucker can drop all the way down to 100 if BTC goes crazy to 20, go crazingly to 20k, 25k, and so on, right? This sucker can drop all the way down like to 100 sats, because next support is just about like 400, and you can see 400. That's when I said by ADA, right? 480 exactly by ADA, right? And we're gonna look for 1100, and then we're gonna look for 1350. We hit all those targets, but now it is time to stay in BTC. Okay, even if it does this, right, pump back up to 980, it is time to get out. Regardless if it does this, don't buy it. Don't buy it, because it might not be the right structure to get in. $8 Litecoin. I talked about $8 Litecoin for last year, guys. So I think I may remember when I was talking about like $7, $8 Litecoin, right? But most people thought I was crazy, just like when I said XRP gonna drop down to 11 cents, right? Most people did not believe it. XRP was 35 cents, something like that, 29, can't remember exactly. And I was like 0.618 on the macro scale for XRP is 11 cents, guys. In December, luckily, right, December BitMEX, we had a big wick on XRP and it dropped down to 13 cents. But most people cannot basically comprehend those wicks are not randoms. Whenever you see a wick, right, just know like you got a very high probability, right, market gonna go down to that wick. Okay, just like the wick we got on XRP on Binance, like 20 cents. XRP dropping down nearly to 20 cents right now. Okay, so pay attention. Just like the wick we got on Zcash, I think, right, back in 2017, Zcash wick down like crazy wick, but it dumped down to that wick. Okay, like over 90% drop. So the combo, yeah, you get the combo, baby. You get the combo with Send Crypto. Get the combo. So let's see, man. Let's see. I love me a red day. Yeah, Kava's still dumping, so I don't need to do nothing. Yep, you see the bulls, they're gonna be trying to buy the dip right there, so they're gonna create another correction right here. Okay, on the lower degree, probably they're gonna create another correction, and then we're gonna, you know, create another correction right there before dumping right here. So, but I'm just gonna stay in the short at like right there, you know, just about 155. So don't have much to worry about right now. Already dropped 9% from my entry, so all right. What about wake up? So yeah, some wake up, not a big one though, not like a 150% wake up and all of that good stuff. Maybe a 30% wake, you know, 20% wake. But most of the time, a wick down is more. That's the one I'm basically mostly follow. I don't follow a wick up, right? So whenever, you know, sometimes those wicks, they just like goodbye. They just saying goodbye, right? That's all. Those wick up, they just saying see y'all. So I got a target for this sucker. Let's see. Oh man, this sucker. Oh, look at this sucker. Oh no, that's not a candle. I thought that was a candle. So I got a target for this sucker. I was telling my premium group right early this morning, and I was like, if this sucker dump below support, it means like the rest of the alt gonna dump, because a very good indicator of the alt market cap is like sushi balancer, right? They're very good of basically showing you the trend, right? So that's what I said exactly. We got a descending triangle right now, right? We got a descending triangle, right? If we break this support line, we're gonna be dumping all the way down. Okay, we're gonna be dumping all the way down. But I didn't give the target. I was analyzing later on before it broke it, but we got so many targets, so can't send this one. But it is a juicy move, right? It is still can drop another 40%. All right, so guys, let me go back to BTC. See Tater. Yep, Tater started dumping. Take a look at it on a daily. Doesn't look bad on a daily. Yep, but on a 2-day chart, it looks bad. It looks very bad right there. So we might not get this move to the upside. So might not get it. So it's a good time to be shorting it all the way down to the 2-day 100 EMA, which is just about 41. Right, that's the target. 2-day 100 EMA. Right, 2-day 100 EMA. So it looks good. So especially if we close just like that on a 2-day basis, like, you know, it'll give us like a very strong confident level. We could be breaking down lower. As you can see, we got a tweezer, you know, we got a nice tweezer right there, engulfing, you know, candle. We got another one right there, and now we're breaking down. Right, so just like Band had a similar setup for Band and Link, same setup. They hit my basically 2-day 100 EMA and on, you know, spot on. Okay, spot on. So just write it down, right, guys, write it down. Saying is BTC gonna break 10,650. I mean, that's it is a short-term target. It can't break it, but it might not stay above it forever, right? I'm pretty sure, Iceman, you got your stop loss that, you know, at 10,650. So yes, okay, 10,650. It can go back to 10,650, right here. You got this move right there. You got this dump. You can get back this move, okay, which is 10,650 to 10,680. So watch out, okay? If you have your stop loss in this range, watch out, okay? Watch out for this flatty, just like this one, okay? Because market doesn't move like this. It doesn't move like that. So not a great time to short right now, short BTC. Not a great time. So wait for the 8-hour candle. It's gonna close in 8 hours. If it closes, right, you can look for a short, right? But you have to suck it up. You gotta put it like somewhere around like 10,750 to 10,8 area, not like 10,580, because the next candle can still look like this. Next candle can look like that, something like this, right? If we're gonna get that flat correction, could look like this. You see what I'm saying? So it can still pump back up, right? Right there, 10,580, and get rejected and drop right back down. And you're gonna be like, baby, game on. Time to basically take it to the downside. Because it's going to close at the same time below the 8-hour, the next 8-hour candle. So, I mean, below the 21 EMA, the next 8-hour candle. But you're not going to see it on the 15 minutes, 1 hour time frame, right? On the 15 minutes and 1 hour, all you see is like this. That's all what you see. But on the 8-hour time frame, you only see like 2 big candles, right? So sometimes you have to know how to, read like the big candles, what they're giving you like on the lower degree, without even having to look, check the lower degree, just like this, right? When you see like a red, right, and you see green, right, and you see another green. Okay, so when you see like candles like this, right, next to each other, it is a correction. Okay, sometimes you can see it like on a weekly, on a daily, whatever. You see like 4 different candles next to each other, right, and closing and opening basis, basically pretty linear, pretty constant. What you're seeing on the lower degree gonna be like this, something like that, right? So you see what I'm saying? So it makes sense why people say flat correction, because that's what you get on the high time frame. The candle closing and opening doesn't matter. It's just like this candle might be like this, right? It might have a wick like that to the upside, right? The most important is like the price hit that level, right? And this candle might be like this too, something like that. Something like that, right? Very, very important to read these candles properly, right? Right, so this candle, but it doesn't matter. On the lower degree, you're gonna get a flat correction, just like that, and then you read it as a flat, right? And then you're gonna be dropping down. A very good example is like weekly. Let's see. A very good example is like this, right? On the 21-day candle, you can see what I just showed you, right? You got red, green, red, right? It doesn't matter. You can sometimes get green, red, green, but you want like the outside colors to be the same, the inside to be different, right? So how to read this? If I see this like, on the 21-day candle, I'm be like, what is this? Are we bullish or are we bearish? You see what I'm saying? These 3 candles. But if you take a look at it on the lower degree, if you understand what's going on, it is clearly what? you're getting a flat correction right there. You're creating a flat correction right there. Right. So that's what you're creating. You got the 333, right? Yep, that's what you're creating right there. See? So, and most of the time it is a dump. You see, if I was trading BTC heavily back in 2018, I wouldn't be calling like bear market, right? I wouldn't be huddling. I would like, okay, this is a continuation pattern. We drop down. That's a fake out. Okay, it's just a fake out. It's a dump. Okay. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a night. Yeah, it will be a crazy day. I mean, first week of November sometimes is very volatile. I said it multiple times, right? You know, from like October 28th to November 13th, you gotta be, if you're not ready for the volatile, for a volatile market, not ready for the volatility, you better be on the sidelines. Pack your bag, stay on the sideline. You know, coming out of sub, and basically if everything is settled down, you basically jump in. But it is going to be very volatile, basically till like second week of November probably. Things can cool off. I don't know if my end gonna play out. All I'm saying is I'm not shorting this right now. I'm all in alt, right? I'm all shorting alt. But all I'm saying is whether it plays out or not, all you have to do, right? If you're shorting, it's not a good level to be shorting. However, if you're shorting, you have to basically put your stop loss above 10, you know, 13.7, right? 13.750, right? If your stop loss is at 10, you know, not 10, 13.650, it means like you're doing a 100x probably. You're doing like a 20x, I mean 30x, 50x, right? So, but let's see, the bears might just get this flat correction right there, not flat but zigzag right there, and might not get this move. Just like gold is making the same structure right now. You see this structure right here? That's the same structure gold is making on the lower degree. So you see, and we got a target for gold right there. I'm not gold, but the DXY, not gold. Let me show you the DXY. Very good to remember structures. So if you take a look at the DXY, right? Same thing, right? You got the three-way move right there, 1, 2, 3, right? And you got this move 1, 2, and it dipped down. And you see the DXY, you see how it did, right? Trying to retest this level right there. Okay, so it doesn't have to retest it. It can still get this move. This move alone can be a flat itself, right? Like this, right? It can be a flat, and then you can get this move down here before we reverse up. Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like BTC, you just gotta be cautious because you can get a, you know, this move before the down move, right? But either way you look at it, I'm in alt, right? So are you calling for? Look, K is saying we're gonna dump 1,000 point tomorrow. Look. You must have some inside informations. I'm not calling for 1,000 dump, but what I'm saying, if we close below our 21 EMA on 8 hour, next target to look for is like 12.5 to 12.7. Not sure if it's gonna be tomorrow, next week, this weekend, whatever, but timing the market is very difficult sometimes. Yes, you can time the candles, but you cannot just time the, you know, give like exact timing. You know what I mean? Time the candle, like that. You know the candle gonna close. You'll be like, you know, if it closes below this, you're gonna do this. If it closes above this range, that's what you need to do, right? All of that good stuff. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a night. Hopefully you guys enjoy the streaming. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the likes. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Also, if you're bullish, you're bearish, let me know. I'm gonna be responding to most of you guys. Some of you guys are already in our public group, some of you in our premium group, all of that good stuff. So we're gonna continue the discussion in our Discord and Telegram group. All right, guys, be safe and happy November, right?